Welcome to the first ever virtual Spartan Awards Show. My name is Jesse Elser, and I'm a fourth-year student athlete on the men's volleyball team, and I'll be your MC for tonight. We are honored to be filming tonight from the beautiful Trinity Western campus, which is located on the traditional territories of the Stolo Coast Salish peoples. Before we get things started, we want to apologize for the technical difficulties that prevented us from broadcasting last night. Like everything else this year, due to unprecedented times and out of an abundance of caution, we had to adopt new protocols and pivot to bring you this COVID-friendly broadcast. In other words, we're very sorry and we appreciate your patience. So let's try this again. We have a lot to celebrate this evening with some very special people to recognize and some very special awards to present. So let's get things started.
And fans, due to unforeseen circumstances, the game tonight has been postponed.
Sporting events have been either postponed or canceled at this point.
And women's tournaments, along with all winter sports, have been canceled.
You know you can call me if you need someone. I'll pick up the pieces if you come undone. Painting stars up on your ceiling 'cause you wish that you could find some feeling, yeah. You know you could call me if you need someone. I need you to hold on. Heaven is a place not too far away. We all know I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take my hand and hold on. Tell me everything that you need to say. 'Cause I know how it feels to be someone. Feels to be
Birdie is nothing but net.
just the way. Looking for answers in a place unknown. You need the connection, but you can't get close. Painting stars up on your ceiling 'cause you wish that you could find some feeling, yeah. You know you could call me if you need someone. I need you to hold on. Heaven is a place not too far away. We all know I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take my hand and hold on. Tell me everything that you need to say. 'Cause I know how it feels to be someone. Feels to be someone who loses the way. Midnight till morning, call if you need somebody. I will be there for you. I will be there for you. Midnight till morning, call if you need somebody. I will be there for you. I need you to hold on. Heaven is a place not too far away. We all know I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take my hand and hold on. Tell me everything that you need to say. 'Cause I know how it feels to be someone. Oh yeah, feels to be someone who loses the way. Till morning, call if you need somebody. I will be there for you. Oh yeah, yeah. Midnight till morning, call if you need somebody. I will be there for you.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it always. Throw music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stay stage light, go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT. Hustling, chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night.
We have a number of special guests joining us tonight, and our first guest will be very familiar to most of you. Please welcome Director of Athletics, Jeff Gamache.
Tonight, we celebrate a year I'm sure we all hope is truly once in a lifetime. In September at Spartan 101, I challenged the athletes and Spartan staff to embrace the difficulty ahead and win in the dark. Without the thrill of weekly competition and the chance to win Canada West and U Sports Championships, we knew the season would be out of the spotlight, to a degree monotonous. It would be very hard. I can confidently say that I have been so impressed with the attitudes and resilience I have seen on every team. Athletes training day after day under the same COVID restrictions that could have led to grumbling and complaining, but instead I feel it has made each team stronger and even more committed to complete champion living. We have won in the dark, and we will be ready for the light come September. As athletes, coaches, and staff, we're all very used to keeping score, winning banners, chasing championships. While others in society hate to be measured or compared, athletes learn to embrace constant assessment. Every time you compete, you are measuring yourself against the competition. While this process can certainly spur us on to greater and greater achievement, it can also create what I call identity suicide. What I mean by this is our identity can become so tied to our performance that our identity becomes only about what we do, instead of who we are as human beings created in the image of God. We can easily lose sight of what is ultimately important, our character and who we are in relation to others, our ability to serve others, care for others, encourage others. I believe this is one of the positive takeaways from this crazy year. As the competitions disappeared and the All-Star Awards vanished, each athlete was faced with a choice: pack it in and quit, or accept the challenge ahead. You didn't quit. You didn't pack it in. You accepted the challenge and spent week after week choosing to make the best of a very disappointing season. You chose to train for the love of the game. You chose to grow your character without any extrinsic rewards. Sport was about the chance to spend 2 hours away from a screen in a community with your friends. It was awesome, in spite of the ever-changing restrictions. As I've had the chance to attend a few of our year-end send-offs for the graduating seniors, this is what I have heard time after time. Character was grown, the need for community was highlighted, and the chance to be back together in September going full tilt has never been so anticipated. And believe me, the entire athletic staff could not be more excited to get back to organizing games and cheering you on once again. Tonight, we celebrate those who have still found ways to serve, still excelled in the classroom, still led, still frequented Sparta, still lived out what it means to be a complete champion without the spotlight of competitions. Tonight is all about celebrating that sport is so much more than all-stars and banners. We also want to celebrate our graduating class of 2021. Last week at our senior ceremony, I noted that those athletes who have been with us for 5 years had effectively invested approximately 23% of their life as Spartans. We could not be prouder of their leadership, especially this year, when the easiest thing to do was quit and walk into your future. You have inspired us all. I'd also like to take some time to thank the larger Spartan family that supports the athletes and teams. Thanks to our university leadership team, to the health and safety team led by Taryn Lepp and Sonia Gritma. You've worked tirelessly with our therapy staff, our strength and conditioning staff, and our coaches to keep us all safe. Thanks to the deans, professors, university staff, cafeteria workers, student life staff, and the counselors at the Well, you have made it possible for our athletes to be here in person, training this whole year, far more than any other university in Canada. Thanks to all our coaching staff and athletic admin team for your flexibility, your commitment to leading from a positive perspective, and your creativity to make this the best year possible. You've all been amazing. Thanks to our alums and corporate donors that have partnered with us so sacrificially in supporting the financial needs of the program. Your generosity has been inspiring. Thanks to the Spartan Foundation and the prayer team for your continued support and partnership that allows us to have the best athletics department in the country. Thanks to the parents who for the first time ever have been able to join us for our awards night, a true positive in our current virtual reality, even if it is one day late. Finally, I want to wish every athlete a wonderful summer break. Some of you are off to national team camps. Many of you have summer jobs or further studies. Regardless of your path, may we all return in September ready to take our year in the dark and translate that into an incredible season in the light. A season committed to keeping sport in its proper perspective, an act of worship to a God that graciously allows us to wake up each morning, train and compete with amazing people in the pursuit of shared goals and greater character. That is the way of a complete champion. That is my desire for each one of you. Have a wonderful summer. God bless.
Thanks, Jeff. It's time for us to move into our awards presentation. I know, finally. Just kidding. That was awesome, Jeff. Thank you. There are many people who work behind the scenes to allow our teams to do what they do, and to do it safely. As an athlete who knows what it's like to be injured, I personally want to say a big thanks to our therapy department for looking after us as athletes. Nat, Kat, and Leanne, we really appreciate what you guys do. The first awards are sponsored by the Athletic Trainers Room. They are awarded to a team student therapist and human kinetics student who is pursuing an athletic therapy program or another health profession. The student must demonstrate servant leadership The student must demonstrate servant leadership qualities and pursue an excellence and knowledge in the field of athletic therapy while maintaining his or her academics while working with a Spartan team. The Athletic Trainers Room Junior Therapist of the Year Award is presented to a student therapist who shows exemplary performance in his or her role with the team as a new member of the athletic therapy program. This year we have 2 recipients. The first award of the night goes to Courtney Pierce.
The reason we choose Courtney for this award is because Courtney, this year, she was able to jump in with her new team, rugby. So we know rugby can have this challenge because it's a contact sport, there's a lot of injury, but she was really in there tackling that task that we asked her. She was also there to support her other colleague and other athletes, and she was really professional in everything she does. So we really appreciate that, and we wanted to highlight that. One thing that I appreciate with Courtney is she knows her limit of what she can or cannot do, and she asks for help if she needs guidance or review how to do techniques. She has good communication with us, so we wanted to give that award for her to kind of say, hey, you got it, girl, you're doing great with us, and we're really happy to see what she can do later on in her program.
Congrats, Courtney. That's awesome. And the second winner of the Athletic Trainers Room Junior Therapist of the Year Award goes to Cole Beeksma.
The reason we want to give Cole that award is because this year, even though with the difficulty with COVID and everything, he was there with the team in terms of schedule, always there on time, early practice. So really what we highlight of Cole is the capacity to adapt to any situation. So we really appreciate from him. It's a good quality. Also, we kind of see he's able to build up on his therapy skill, learning how to help others, practice what he learned in school and with us, and really put it in practice with people. And then we really want to see what Cole can do in the future. We kind of see he has potential to be a great therapist with us and a good potential to help its teammate and also any other Spartans. So thank you, Cole.
Attaboy, Cole. Our next award is a Senior Therapist Award and is presented to a more experienced student who is in at least his or her second year of the student therapy program. This person must persistently advance to the edge of his or her ability in learning and applying knowledge to his or her duties as a team student therapist. this student must also show a dedication to mentoring junior student therapists in the program, assisting and encouraging them in their learning and demonstrating servant leadership in the process. So, without further ado, the Athletic Trainers Room Senior Therapist of the Year Award goes to Grace Goodrian.
Grace was so awesome to have with us in the program. Grace has an interesting journey where she was with women basketball as a student, also as a student athlete that was injured, that she has a serious injury. And after that, she transitioned as a coaching staff, and then she was like, why not doing therapy? So it was really a good asset to have Grace with us. And this year, she kind of went through that mentorship too with our student therapist. So that's why we kind of decided to give Grace that award. And also Grace is really nice because she's really so confident in her ability to be a therapist this year. We saw her kind of confident in what she's doing and then be able to apply the knowledge that she has to her each program that she's been on. And also what I like too is because now Grace is going to continue with cryotherapy. So for us, it's kind of a way to kind of boost her health professional career in the later on, say that she got it, and we want to see what she can do later on to be a servant for other people.
Congratulations, Grace, and to all of you for a job well done. Next up, we'd like to recognize some staff members who are moving on from their work with Spartan Athletics. These are all people who have worked in their areas of expertise and often behind the scenes, who have put in a lot of extra time and effort to help make Spartan Athletics continually better. The first person we'd like to recognize and to thank for his time here at TW is Mike Gripma. Mike started working in Spartan Athletics in 2020 as the Community and Partnership Coordinator. He's established some excellent community partnerships even during COVID, and we wish him well as he pursues his PhD in sports management. All the best, Mike. Bailey Broadbent. Bailey started working in Spartan Athletics in 2019 as the communications assistant. He was an integral part of the department's media team, helping tell the TW story while building the Spartans' nationally renowned brand and social presence. Thank you, Bailey. Heidi Rolla. Heidi started her work with Spartan Athletics in 2015 as a department administrative assistant. Over the years, Heidi has worked in several different roles and has provided strong administrative support to the department, thanks to her attention to detail. We know she'll still be keeping busy with all her grandkids, and we hope to still see them often on the sidelines. Thank you, Heidi. Chris Weens. Chris has been the assistant coach with the men's hockey team since 2011. Chris is a leader who makes those around him better. His attention to details, his ability to problem solve, and his heart for kingdom building are key attributes that made a deep impact on our men's hockey program. Chris's servant leadership over the last decade has allowed the program to flourish and grow into new territory. Thank you, Chris, for pouring your heart into the program and to your family for standing with you in the journey. All the best, Chris. Erin O'Driscoll. Erin was an assistant coach with the women's soccer team from 2004 to 2020. She played a very significant role both in the program's on-field success and in helping grow the program's culture. Unfortunately, we weren't able to host an event last year due to COVID, but we wanted to make sure we still appreciate Erin tonight for her professionalism, her many gifts and talents, and for her over 15 years of building into the women's soccer program and its players. Thank you, Erin, for being such a wonderful blessing to our women's soccer program. We wish you all the best. Shauna Medley. Shauna has been the Director of Mental Health Services at TW for the past 17 years. She has been a key member of our Complete Champion team, working to support us as athletes through all of the supports that the Wellness Center offers. Thanks, Shauna, for your many years of support and for helping us athletes get through some really challenging times. We appreciate it very much, and we wish you well. Dr. Derek Hitchman. Dr. Hitchman has worked with Spartan athletes since he started at TW in 1992. Thank you for your nearly 30 years of service, for taking such good care of us as athletes, and for showing your support for us by attending games and cheering us on. We wish you all the best as you move on from TW, and we hope we'll still see you in the stands now and then. Moving on to our next awards, we are recognizing students in the area of strength and conditioning. These awards are selected by our head strength and conditioning coach, Cole Hergott. The first award was established in honor and recognition of the foundational work that Andrew Hemming did to establish the area of strength and conditioning within Spartan athletics. Andrew put in many hours coaching student athletes in strength and conditioning. Among other key initiatives, he created Sparta, the athlete-designated training area that is well used and is still improving to this day. This award recognizes a student strength and conditioning coach who demonstrates servant leadership towards Spartan athletes and who goes above and beyond their coaching requirements, demonstrating exceptional coaching methodology and a vast understanding of physical performance development. So, the Andrew Hemming Shield goes to Joanne Chang.
Joe, congratulations. Yeah, this one is well deserved. Just from the start, you know, your knowledge and experience, you know, being a Spartan athlete, obviously being in Sparta before helped, but I think your knowledge that you gained from the classroom, you really did a great job of applying it in Sparta. You made the sessions fun for the athletes, you made it fun for me. I always loved doing your warm-ups, your transitions were just impeccable, and I really learned a lot from you, which to me is the sign of a great intern, is if you can teach me stuff. Not that I know everything, but it was just kind of a bonus for me. But just, you know, giving you some more, you know, freedom towards the end of the semester, and you really took it and ran with it. Your tips that you would write were always fantastic, and you really just did a fantastic job helping run Sparta. I always felt confident, you know, if you were in there, I didn't need to be in there because I knew you would do a good job. So thank you for your work. Congratulations and all the best.
Congratulations, Joanne. Next, we have the Strength and Conditioning Team of the Year. This year's winning team is women's basketball.
So ladies, back-to-back champs. Once again, I mean, it just comes with your team's culture. Comes right from the leadership from Cheryl to your Sparta captains, everybody just pulling their own weight in the weight room, trying to be, you know, their best. Even in a year like this, it was really impressive to see you girls push each other, push, you know, yourselves to try to be the best you can be. I thought the weight room was a lot of fun this year with you girls, but also it allowed me to kind of take a step back just from the autonomy that you ladies showed. You know, I'd run the warm-ups and then it would be like, hey, you ladies are kind of on your own and doing your thing. And yeah, I was in there to coach and help and, you know, do your jumps and whatever else. But for the most part, you ladies were kind of governing yourselves and it was really great to see. You also showed a lot of improvement, you know, in your testing scores and all those things, the metrics we kind of traced, which was really exciting to see, especially in this year. You know, we wanted to make the most of it. And I know a lot of you set some pretty high goals for yourself. So the fact that we met those as a team is pretty special. So another fantastic year. Once again, starts from the culture, which has just been fantastic to work with. And just looking forward to an awesome summer for you ladies, and hopefully, you know, all this hard work pays off next year.
Congratulations, women's basketball. It's on the teleprompter, so I have to read it. I guess men's volleyball needs to step up our game next year. Just kidding. Women's basketball, you guys did a terrific job. Moving along, we have the Strength and Conditioning Female Athlete of the Year. And this award goes to, from women's volleyball, Michaela Benterud.
Michaela, congratulations. This one is kind of funny. When I was actually thinking about this one, is you kind of flew under the radar all year, you know, working hard, you know, putting in your time, but you know, you never got, you know, Athlete of the Month or any kind of recognition like that. But when I really looked over the year, it was like, wow, you were consistent the whole year. You know, you really pushed yourself. You were always asking questions. How can you improve? You know, even when you ran into some injury trouble, you know, how can we kind of work around that? And you did your very best, and I really appreciate that. You know, your team is very autonomous as a group, but you helped lead that. You know, you kind of have a little bit of experience elsewhere, and so you brought that into Sparta, and I really appreciate the way you did that. All the questions, the conversations we had, the improvements you saw in your jumps and stuff was really awesome, and just to see your reaction too, just yeah, it was just a cherry on top for me. And so once again, congratulations. Thank you for a fantastic year. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your commitment to Sparta and to our program, yeah, just awesome job.
Congratulations, Michaela. And last but not least is the Strength and Conditioning Male Athlete of the Year. And that award goes to, from men's rugby, Scott Bowers.
Scott, congratulations. This was well-deserved, well-earned. To me, this started from that conversation we had right at the beginning of the year where you kind of pulled me aside and said, hey, I think we need to do these certain things with programming. And that was kind of set us as a team on the path to, I think, a lot of success and progress this year. You showed a lot of leadership in the weight room, even out of the weight room as well, on the field and whatnot. I mean, you've just been fantastic to work with. From asking for, body weight sessions when you knew you were going to make it to Sparta, or, helping the guys work on, certain things, especially, the throwing program that, we're kind of on now, and just taking leadership and ownership in that area. You've just really pushed yourself, being one of the stronger guys on your team. You didn't sit back on that. You really tried to push yourself, especially with these young guys coming up and giving you a run for your money. You didn't want to give it to them easy. But you also were super encouraging. You're not the kind of guy that, let your ego get in the way. You want everybody to pull their own weight because you know that, the sum of the team is better than the individual parts. And you contribute a huge part to your team, but also in the weight room. As this award kind of shows that you really have pushed yourself. You've pushed me, which I really appreciate. And most importantly, you've pushed your teammates to be their best and really excelled in that area. So I thank you for your work and congratulations.
Attaboy, Scott. We now want to say a special thank you to the School of Business for sponsoring our next awards, the School of Business Spartan Athlete Awards. We appreciate your continued support of student athletes. These awards will be presented to one female and one male varsity athlete business major with a minimum of 12 semester hours in business and economics courses and a cumulative GPA of 2.5 or higher. Starting with the ladies, the 2020-2021 School of Business Spartan Athlete Award goes to, from women's soccer, you nervous? I'm nervous. Kristen Sakaki. Kristen is a fifth-year co-captain on the women's soccer team. Along with being a two-time U Sports All-Canadian, Kristen has set a high standard on her team academically, maintaining a cumulative GPA of over 4.0. Well done, Kristen, and congratulations. And on the men's side, the 2020-2021 School of Business Spartan Athlete Award goes to, also from soccer, men's soccer, Caleb Johnson. Caleb is a fifth-year captain of the men's soccer team. Caleb was a second-team Canada West All-Star in 2019-20, and his abilities in business are paying off as he's already secured an accounting job for next year. Well done, Caleb. We're moving on to our Human Kinetics Awards, which are presented to one female and one male varsity athlete who is a Human Kinetics major with a minimum of 12 semester hours in HKIN courses and who has a cumulative GPA of 2.5 or higher. Special thanks to the School of Human Kinetics, who has also been a longtime sponsor of these awards. We appreciate your faithful support. The 2020-2021 School of Human Kinetics Female Spartan Athlete Award goes to, also from women's soccer, Catherine Harvey. Catherine is a fourth-year forward on the women's soccer team who not only pursues excellence on the field, but also is a diligent and hardworking student. She is hoping to use her athleticism to pursue a professional soccer career in Germany, and we wish her all the best with that. Congratulations, Catherine. And the 2020-2021 School of Human Kinetics Male Spartan Athlete of the Award goes to, from men's volleyball, Derek Epp. Derek, also known as the Warden, is a fourth-year athlete on the men's volleyball team. He was a Canada West First-Team All-Star and a U Sports First-Team All-Star in 2020, and was also an academic All-Canadian. Wow. Derek is planning to apply his human kinetics skills as a future teacher. Congratulations, Warden. As I mentioned earlier, there are many people who support the team behind the Spartan Athletics. We couldn't do what we do without the incredible support we get from our many corporate sponsors. Thank you very much for supporting Spartan Athletics. Next up, Aaron Petkow from the men's basketball team is joining us. Aaron is here to tell us a bit about some of the community service initiatives his team has been involved in. Here to interview Aaron is Mark Jansen, Manager of Media and Marketing.
Thanks very much, Jesse. I'm here with Aaron Petkow, men's basketball. You were the Servant Leader of the Year award, winning the Bottom Ellis Award last year. It really embodies what you're about, and you've shown that time and time again. But for people who don't know you as well, please just tell us a little bit about what your experience has been like here at Trinity Western and kind of your role with the Spartans men's basketball team.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here. My experience over the last few years of Spartan Athletics has been really fruitful and has been really a great time in my life. I came here in 2016 from Parksville, Vancouver Island. Made my way onto the basketball team and played 4 years there. As a member of the Spartan men's basketball team, and this past year, the past 2 years rather, I was given the opportunity to be the spiritual mentor on the team. So I have the chance to lead Bible studies and interact with younger guys in more of a mentorship role, and that's been a very positive thing for me and something that I've really enjoyed doing and a place that I've really felt like I can positively contribute to the team and to the culture that we've starting to establish on the Spartans men's basketball and also here at Spartan Athletics.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I mean, this year is been a crazy year, and this year specifically, we wanted to highlight a few of the things that our Spartan teams, not just your team, have done in the community and helping out. And there are a lot of things, and it's not an exhaustive list that I'm going to read out, but I did want to mention a few things that our teams have been involved with within the community and helping out in various ways that we can. The rugby teams, they were teaching PE classes in elementary and middle schools. Our track and field teams were volunteering at the Langley Food Bank. A really unique one, some of our athletes got to join Zoom calls with youth groups both here and in Calgary and just share their experiences and talk about their journeys. A number of our athletes have coached with various youth and club teams. Our women's soccer, volleyball, and basketball teams launched a virtual mentorship program, which was an unreal thing for some high school students. Members of our soccer teams partnered with Team Up to help run a soccer camp and some clinics at a elementary school in Burnaby. And Aaron, your men's basketball team helped out with CLA and putting together a weekly food bank with for families in Langley. Given everything, just tell me how important it is for our athletes and for the Spartans to give back to the community.
Yeah, Mark, I think it's an incredible opportunity that we've been given as athletes to not only positively contribute to the campus here at Trinity, but also to the greater Langley area. We've been blessed with a little bit of a platform and a position where we can lead others and show through our athletic ability and through the gifts that we've been given to positively and help those around us. And I think it's been incredible the initiatives that many of our teams have been willing to take on and have championed this year, and especially given all the challenges that all the teams have been dealing with, not being able to play and all the different restrictions. It's been incredible that they've channeled that and used that, being able to maybe pivot some of their efforts to not worry about themselves, but also other people and really try to take care of those around us. It's been incredible.
And for you and your team specifically, what was the experience like just being with the CLA group and working in the food banks in Langley this year?
Yeah, this past year we've had the opportunity to partner with Christian Life Assembly City Serve. So once a week we would have different members from the basketball team to go out and volunteer for a chunk of their Friday and really just to build relationships with different members of the community and have people come in and we're able to support them and have conversation and whatever way and in any way that they need, being able to be just a positive force and positive presence there in the community was really beneficial. And it was something that I heard time and time again from every member of the team that was able to take that advantage, that they really enjoyed, and it was really positive for them as well.
And given just kind of what we've talked about here and things that are away from the court in your case, how would you describe, just kind of looking back in your career as a Spartan, what it really means to be a Spartan?
Yeah, you've already touched on it, I think, a little bit, and it's to be a Spartan. It means so much more than excellence and success in your sport. I think it means success in the classroom. It means being a positive member in the community, to being a solid Christian leader. Spartan Athletics prides itself on being so much more than just athletics, and really developing holistic Christian leaders. And I think they're very successful at it. And I think to be a Spartan means to be a godly leader in all areas of life.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Aaron, and thank you so much for what you've given to Trinity Western and to the Spartans over your time here. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark and Aaron. Our teams did some pretty cool things this year, even during COVID. Academics are another important part of Spartan athletics, and each year, U Sports and the BCIHL recognize athletes who have not only performed well in their sport, but have also performed well academically. These awards are announced each fall for the previous year. We want to congratulate all of our 2019-2020 U Sports, Academic All-Canadians, and BCIHL Honor Roll athletes by putting their names up on the screen in alphabetical order. As you read the names, here are a few quick stats for you. We had a total of 74 Academic All-Canadians and BCIHL recipients this year, our highest total ever. Overall, we had a total of 154 student athletes who had a GPA higher than 3.5, which was also the most we've ever had before. Wow. Congratulations to everyone on that list. We all know it's not easy to balance academic demands along with everything else we need to balance as athletes. We are moving on to our Department Awards. These awards are the most prestigious of the evening and are chosen by the awards selection committee. The selection process is always a challenge as we have such talented student athletes and worthy nominees. We will begin the presentation with the Scholar Athlete Awards. These awards honor the academic achievements of student athletes, recognizing that their demanding athletic schedule makes it very challenging to also excel in the classroom. Athletes nominated for the Scholar Athlete Award must be graduating and have completed a minimum of 3 years at Trinity Western. We'll begin with the 2020-2021 Female Scholar Athlete of the Year. And the winner is, from women's soccer, with her second award of the night, Kristen Sakaki.
It's no surprise that KSAC has won this award literally because she sets the standards on so many levels, and as a student athlete, she certainly has shown that she can demonstrate high levels of success and achieve lofty goals in both arenas. So as a student, she's so diligent, works so hard, and has had huge success. To be up in the 4.0s and beyond is pretty amazing, but then at the same time to achieve athletic success where she's been an All-Canadian a few times, represented Canada, been to national finals, and now from a leadership perspective is one of the captains of our team. Couldn't be more proud. It's a great award. In the university setting in athletics, you want to be a scholar athlete, high standard achiever, and she certainly sets the bar for our department.
2 in one night. Congratulations, Kristen. And now your 2020-2021 Male Scholar Athlete Award goes to, from men's hockey, Kenny Batke.
Congratulations on being Scholar Athlete. What an incredible achievement for you. And it doesn't surprise any of us, actually. The moment that you came in and in your first year as a freshman with us, we knew that you were a smart man. We knew in the classroom you excelled, and even on the ice, you outperformed in all areas. You showed that you were a smart hockey player, and that earned you opportunity to be in the lineup. on a regular basis. But in the classroom, you set the bar every time. Like, you continue to raise your grades, and that forced other players to come alongside you and try to study as hard as you, whether it's on a flight or on a bus trip, and coming back through the Kootenays at the wee hours, and you're just sitting there crushing studies and making sure papers are getting done. It was that kind of atmosphere and culture that you created that has left an impactful legacy in our locker room. And I'm really excited for you, not just for you winning this award, but for the legacy that you have left and being a Spartan student athlete that has excelled in every area of your life. Congratulations, Kenny.
Congratulations, Kenny. Bottom Ellis was a well-loved member of the athletics department for 24 years. He was an example to all he met of what it meant to be a servant leader. Bada connected with students in a way that was unique to each one and was known for his care and concern for everyone else's needs above his own. It was impossible to know Bada without knowing that he cared for others. Bada retired as the gym facilities supervisor in 2001 and sadly passed away earlier this year. We wanted to keep his spirit of servant leadership alive in the department by presenting an award in his name. Athletes nominated for this award may be in any year and is presented to varsity athletes who best exemplify servant leadership both in and out of the competitive arena and in the local community. The 2020-2021 Bottom Ellis Award goes to, with her second award of the night, Grace Goodrian.
Grace is one of the biggest servant leaders that our program has ever had, and I think that this award just really reflects her demeanor this entire time that she's been in our program. She has been willing to put her needs aside for the sake of others, and has done so with joy in her heart. And we've been very blessed to have someone like her in so many different capacities, just serving her team however they need. And so just so thankful, but also just well done, Grace. Thank you for who you've been and the example that you've set to our athletes and to our coaching staff and to our community. That being a servant leader, we're so excited to celebrate that because I think it's so important, especially in today's day where we have so many challenges. You've been someone who has not reflected on the things that have been taken away, but you've been reflected on the things that we can give and serve each other with. And so thank you very much for having done that, and we are all so much better for your contributions to our program.
Well done, Grace. And our second 2020-2021 Bottom Ellis Award winner is, from women's rugby, Tasani Lavali.
We all know Tasani is a phenomenal rugby player, but we're not here to celebrate that. We're here to celebrate Tasani's heart and her dedication to following Jesus, and that dedication leads her to be a phenomenal servant leader. Tasani is active in every aspect of our new Women's Sevens program. She takes so much time for her teammates off of the field and also her community. So examples of that is her ability to help set up the Bible studies that we run in the team. Also, Tasani has been instrumental in running physical education programs in the local schools this past year. And her heart really shone with Brave Global locally. It's a program that targets to help vulnerable girls and women from foster care, from probation, from sexual abuse and divorce. So Tasani was involved in that, and you can just really see Tasani's heart and how she needs to spend herself on behalf of others. And I'm sure Bada would be extremely proud of how she follows Jesus and serves those around her. She makes those better around her, and that's the outcome of a servant leader. So Tasani, congratulations on this award.
Congratulations, Tasani. Our next awards are the Murray Hall Leadership Legacy Awards. For those of you who don't know him, Murray Hall was the Director of Athletics for 28 years, and he was on staff at TWU for 32 years in total. Throughout those years, Murray saw many changes and was also the initiator of many positive changes within the department. One of his most notable milestones over the course of his time here at TWU was his drive to move our teams into U Sports, formerly known as the CIS or CIAU. This move brought TWU into the realm of all other reputable Canadian universities and gained us a new level of respect among the universities that we did not have while in the college league. This award is presented to athletes who have developed and coordinated new initiatives and who have demonstrated strong leadership while at TWU. Their leadership made such an impact that it will leave a legacy in the athletic departments or in the team's program well after they leave. Beginning with the ladies, the 2020-2021 Murray Hall Leadership Legacy Award goes to, from women's soccer is cleaning up, Aliyah Coy.
Well, I'm really proud that Aliyah has been recognized as the Murray Hall Legacy Leadership Award winner. She has typified what an emerging leader looks like in our program and then in our department. Volunteers tirelessly with her time, whether that's to coach in some of the youth programs that we do in the community, to give of her time and energy and her heart to our Edmonds outreach, where we do soccer programs and provide little opportunities for kids through sport in Burnaby. She's been a spiritual leader in our program, and over the years I've just watched her grow in terms of influencing her peers and her teammates. I think all of us would say we look up to her and we cherish her because she has had an infectious spirit. She's got such a lovely attitude and demeanor, and she wants to do everything she can to help our program's culture grow. She is setting the bar for what we want our players to aspire towards, and yeah, I couldn't be more proud. She's not only a leader for now, she's a leader in our future, and will continue to help our program grow in so many different ways. Well done, Aliyah.
Very well done, Aliyah. And your second Murray Hall Leadership Legacy Award winner is, for 2020-2021, from men's hockey, Isaac LaBelle.
Congratulations on the Murray Hall Leadership Award. It's an incredible achievement for you to be able to come in here in your second year and win this prestigious award. You have shown to be a leader in many areas, but the number one area that I think stands out for recognition is something that sort of stems from what just happened, the third 3-year anniversary that we're just coming upon with the Humboldt Bronco bus accident. And from that, you were inspired because of a very, very personal situation to get involved with the Hockey Gives Blood program. And you have been a catalyst with our team and with the women's hockey team to be able to get the student athletes out in droves month after month, signing up and getting blood drawn from them to be able to give back in such a beautiful way, and such a way to honor those that were impacted through the Humboldt situation. And you've owned that, you've championed that, you have taken it to a new level, and you continue to lead in great ways. And as you continue to come back year after year, that's going to be something that you'll continue to build upon. I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops and how you continue to become a leader within our Spartan program. Congratulations.
Woohoo! I'm back over here. Well done, Isaac. We have a very special guest joining us here this evening. I'm very pleased to welcome the president of Trinity Western University, Dr. Mark Husbands.
Good evening. It's a privilege to be with you and to bring you greetings. To every athlete receiving an award this evening, congratulations. Throughout your life, involvement in sport has taught you many skills: dedication, persistence, grit, sacrifice, and teamwork. Each of these skills will serve you well long into your future. Each of you has competed at the highest level of university athletics. As Spartan athletes, you have earned the respect of athletes, coaches, and teams across Canada. Not only have you grown as athletes, however, but you have also grown as committed and faithful Christian leaders. And as a global Christian university, we're committed to helping you grow as whole persons. In a moment, we will celebrate the Complete Champion Awards. And as you know, these awards represent the unique character and core values of our Trinity Western University athletic program. Each Spartan athlete has made a tremendous impact upon their team members and the Trinity Western University community. At Trinity, we're privileged to care for and nurture your growth and to nurture the growth and development of committed, strong, humble, and godly athletes. And so I want to encourage you with this passage from 1 Timothy 4:12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Spartan athletes, each of you deserve our highest praise and gratitude. Please know that we're not only proud of your accomplishments, but we're grateful that you've spent these years with us. You've enriched our lives, and it's been a joy to be with you. So those who win awards this evening, congratulations. I know your friends, team members, and parents are proud of you. So too am I. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Husbands. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. Spartan Athletics is fully committed to helping student athletes develop into complete champions in all areas of their lives. Spartan staff are not only committed to helping student athletes develop athletically, but also spiritually, academically, personally, and as leaders in the local community and beyond, as a way to better prepare us for the future. The Complete Champion Award goes to student athletes who are outstanding in athletic achievements, who advance to the edge of their abilities both academically and personally, and who also demonstrate leadership and a desire to grow spiritually. This award is one of our most prestigious awards, and it is very difficult to achieve because it encompasses so many different areas and requires the athletes to be very well-rounded, but also very successful. So, without any further ado, the moment you've all been waiting for, let's get into these awards. Your first 2020-2021 Complete Champion Award goes to, from women's volleyball, Hillary Howe.
I'm very excited to see Hillary receive this award. She embodies everything that this award is about. When I think about her, it brings a lot of joy and memories about the time that she has spent here and the growth that she has had as a player and a person in her time here. Academically, she came in as an okay student, and she is leaving as an academic All-Canadian, working and investing a lot in her degree. She will go down as one of the most successful players to put on the Spartan jersey. Multiple Canada West awards, first team All-Canadian, Canada West champions, U Sport medals. I feel this country missed out in seeing her play her best these past couple of years. It would have been a lot of fun. Hillary's body and spirit were built to play volleyball. She checks off so many boxes for us as coaches. Does she have height? Check. Does she hit the ball hard? Check. Can she dump? Double check. Does she have great ball control skills? Absolutely. And then she couples this with an incredible work ethic where she doesn't just rely on her talent alone, but she's invested every single day into her craft, developing her skills in the weight room, outside the weight room. She is an example to all of us of her work ethic. Hillary is a player that you love to watch compete. Whether it's game day or a practice, competing is a gift to her that she shares with her teammates. She has a special ability to seize moments, invite you to join you in those moments so that you feel that joy and an excitement with her. She embodies her favorite passage, James 1:2. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're encountering, can you face that? Can you encounter that with joy? The on-court load that Hillary carried for us the past 4 years was significant. I would have loved to have seen the records she would have smashed had COVID not come our way. But instead of seeing records broken, we all got so much more. We were able to get a front row seat in watching this remarkable woman lead us spiritually, athletically, academically, personally, by being present with us each and every day. Sure, there were some very hard days there, but she modeled vulnerability, what it means to be real and authentic with her teammates, and show that it's okay to grieve, to cry, to mourn a little bit, and then to pick yourself up and keep moving forward. It has been an honor to be her coach, but more excitingly, everybody around us, teammates and coaches, would say it had been an honor to be a part of a group with her. Thanks, Hill, for everything that you brought to Spartan Volleyball.
I'm now here with Hillary Howe. Hillary, congratulations on
Thank
being
you.
an award winner of the Complete Champion Award. We're so proud of you. It's so well deserving, so amazing honor. Just tell me a little bit about your experience here at Trinity Western. What's it been like? How would you describe it?
It's hard to sum it all up, but I guess simply put, it's just been so much fun. Getting to compete and travel and just hang out with my best friends has been the most fun, and I've really loved it.
How would you describe maybe some of your highlights, or I don't know, maybe there's one that really sticks out of your time here? You've had a lot of good moments, I'm sure, but is there one or two that stick out?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. I would have to say my last game as a Spartan, winning the CanWest title on the home court was a big highlight and very special. So yeah, I'd say that was maybe my favorite moment.
And maybe just, how would you describe this past year? It's not how anyone would have ever wanted to play their final year out, and you missed out on winning a national championship potentially last year, but you've still had a great year as far as I understand. So how would you describe just kind of this last season?
Yeah, it's obviously been really challenging. Yeah, lots of disappointments, and I guess I just realized there's a ton of things to be disappointed about and complain about. But there's also so much to be grateful for, and so I guess there's just a realization, like, which lens am I going to look through for this year, and to look on this year with gratitude has made it really rewarding. So yeah.
And now that you're graduating, finally, just what's next for Hillary? What can we look forward to?
I'll be playing with the national team this summer, which is very exciting, going to Italy in a couple weeks, so that's really fun. And then I signed my first professional volleyball contract to France next season, so that's really exciting as well.
Amazing. Congratulations on
you.
all of that. That'll be so fun to watch. We're excited for this summer. We get to watch you play with Team Canada and then follow your professional career. So you've been a great bastion for the Spartans, and just congratulations on this award.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Mark, and congratulations, Hillary. That's incredible. Moving on, your second 2020-2021 Complete Champion Award goes to, from men's hockey, Jarrett Fontaine.
Fonzie, you as a complete champion, this is such an incredible award that recognizes your achievement. And when you came in as a freshman, you had that big grin with a bunch of teeth missing, and you were just full of energy and just excitement to be out here, to be starting your education and to be playing university hockey. And to see your progression from that first time you came onto campus until now you're taking your final steps on campus over these last number of years, it's been an unbelievable life transformation. To see you develop mentally, socially, physically, and of course spiritually has been a real pleasure and a joy for me to sit back and watch, and to see your life be transformed and really renewed, and to be filled with that kind of passion. I can't think of another guy that is more deserving of this award from our program, to be a complete champion. You have taken the win all day, every day mantra of our program, and you've owned it. You've wore it like a champion. You've been our captain, and I feel really bad that you didn't get a chance to play any games in your senior year and to represent us at the Canada West level as our captain. But you need to know that you have been a trendsetter. You are, whatever you want to call it, a history maker. You're a complete champion because you've been excellent in the classroom. You've forced our guys to be better in the weight room and on the ice in our games, and you've scored huge goals to help us win championships. But to see your growth spiritually has been probably the greatest joy that I've seen in one of our players' transformations. And to see you now being engaged and signing a job to begin your career and get married this summer, those are all fantastic things that I'm really proud of you. And as you continue to take steps to move into our alumni program, I can't say thank you enough for helping us really raise the bar with our hockey program, and to be a continued complete champion is something I know that you're going to just continue to do throughout the rest of your life, and be a great husband and a fantastic father, and because I've seen you be an incredible teammate and a player for our program. So I'm confident in the next steps for your life, Jarrett, and I'm really praying that you will continue to find great success in all that you do. Thanks for being a complete champion.
I'm now here with Jarrett Fontaine. Jarrett, congratulations on winning the Complete Champion Award. You embody exactly what it means to be a complete champion. We're so proud of you, so congratulations. Just wanted to ask you some questions about your experience here. How would you describe what it means to be a Spartan, what it's been like for you to be a Spartan over these years?
Yeah, I think that's something that you can't really put your hand on it. I think you just kind of continue to you learn in the classroom, you learn from your peers. I had a lot of good peers on the hockey team, and even a good coach, Barrett, mentoring me along the way. And then, in the gym, we have Cole, amazing trainer, and you just have all these different areas that you're working on, and you can't really put a point on like what it means to be a Spartan. I think you're just kind of trying your best and hoping that's good enough, right?
Mm-hmm. You've obviously had a bunch of highlights, you've won championships, but is there any one particular highlight that sticks out from your time as a Spartan?
I think after losing in our first year, pretty heartbreaking. I think coming back the next year, we were so focused to win that championship, and we just had such a tight-knit group. A lot of those guys on that team I still am in close contact with, and some are even in my wedding party, and that's just, I think just winning that championship with those guys in the way that we did in my second year, that was kind of probably the peak of, I think, my athletic career.
And then this past year, I mean, we were hoping to play in youth sports, obviously. There's plenty of disappointment for all sorts of athletes. You got to play in a skills challenge at the very end of the season, but really, how would you describe kind of what you learned or some of the experiences that you had this past year?
I think one thing that Barrett has always said over the years is that the only constant in life is change, and that just seemed to be the mantra of this year, that everything was changing all the time. And as much as I struggled a lot with it. I think coming out the other side, I'll be better for it, and I have a new threshold of what I can handle for disappointment and struggle. So I think that's one thing to take out of it, I guess.
And so finally, just what's next for Jarrett Fontaine? What are you up to after you graduate?
I actually just signed a contract to be an insurance broker at Janssen Insurance in Surrey. Yeah, so don't know farther than that. So
awesome. Congratulations on getting your job straight out of university. That's the first step, right?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, thanks very much, Jarrett. Congratulations on being a complete champion. You've been amazing and an amazing ambassador for the Spartans, so we really appreciate what you've brought to Trinity Western. Thank you.
And well done, Jarrett. And your third and final 2020-2021 Complete Champion Award goes to, from women's cross country and track and field, Jennifer Kitts.
Jen Kitts, formerly known as Jen Shannon. She entered our program as a walk-on amidst a women's distance team that included the likes of heavyweights such as Regan Yee, Fiona Benson, Sarah Inglis. And so one can only imagine what that would have been like. So here she is, year one. She's shy, she's timid, someone who barely said a word. Year two, something clicked. Something happened. She realizes that she actually has something to offer. And by year 4 or 5, she's developed into a strong, confident leader, a leader who has done many, many tangible things that has not only helped shape the culture of our program, but she's also a top performer on our women's side, without a hint of arrogance or superiority. In fact, the first time that I met her, back in the summer of 2018, it was in Jeff Gamash's office as we were about to conduct interviews for her coaches. The simple fact that she was even invited to be a part of that process said a tremendous amount about her commitment and her character to this program. And even some of the questions that she asked revealed a depth and a maturity that I immediately admired. And so speaking of commitment and character, you know, in the fall of 2019, Jen came down with mono. She was devastated. We were all devastated for her. But she returned in January, that following spring semester, with a fire in her belly that blew us all away with the things that she did on the track that year. You know, in addition, Jen has a career GPA of 3.88. She's a captain. She's a pillar of spiritual leadership on our team. And this being a COVID year, the year of her graduation, you know, one might think that she just fade off softly into her curtain call. But instead, she comes out and she sets huge PBs in both her 800 and her 1500 races and our little in-house meets. And so you can't ask for a deeper commitment than that. In fact, she's the very stuff that makes great coaches. And so we're bringing her on staff next fall to continue her stellar leadership. And so Jen, I can think, I think I can speak for all of us when I tell you how proud we are of how far you've come and what you've dedicated yourself to in these 5 years you've been with our program. And so may God's richest blessing be upon you as you continue to give back and as you continue to build others up. You are certainly worthy of this great honor, and I, for one, look forward to the impact that you're going to have on the world after this chapter comes to a close.
Jen Kitts now joins us. Jen, congratulations on being a Complete Champion Award winner. We're very proud of you. You're exactly what it means to be a complete champion. So thanks for joining us now, and maybe just tell us a little bit about what it's been like to be a Spartan and be at Trinity Western with the track and field and cross country teams.
Yeah, it's been a journey for sure. Nothing really happened that I expected, but it's been so much fun. It's been just a time in my life that I kind of didn't really see happening before it happened, but I'm very thankful for this opportunity that I've had to be on the team.
And how would you describe this past year? Obviously, you didn't get to compete like you would wanted to, but you individually had some really good times and some personal bests and all that sort of stuff in some of the intra-squad meets and that sort of thing. But how would you describe overall this last season for you?
Not what I expected at all. I remember in September, I was kind of starting the year and I was just like, you know what, I had a really bad attitude about it, to be honest. I was like, this is not what I wanted. I had worked really hard to get here, specifically for kind of my 5th year. Like when I started in my first year, I remember thinking like 5th year cross country nationals, like that's my goal. And so for 5 years, I'd been working towards that. And then that was taken away from me. And I was not happy about it. I cried a lot. But I had a few people, including my coaches, that just kind of were able to put it into perspective for me and just really helped me to look for the positives in it. And as cliche as it sounds, I've learned the power of looking at the good in situations. And this year has honestly been one of my favorite years so far. I've had experiences that I wouldn't have had if the situation had been different. And yeah, I honestly had a really good last year.
And just looking back over your career, is there any highlights that stick out for you as a Spartan?
A lot of highlights. Hard to choose one. But I think one that stands out, my 3rd year cross-country nationals, and it ended up being the last time that I got to race at nationals because in my 4th year, I was out due to mono, and then this year it didn't end up happening. But the conditions were not ideal. It was like 70+ kilometer winds on like empty or like flat fields. So totally exposed. It was raining sideways. It was like not good conditions to run, but I just remember finishing the race and just being like, that was absolutely miserable and terrible. But also in a weird way, that was also like so much fun. And I just remember just like being on the ground and just looking up, and there's actually a picture of it. And it's just like 2 of my teammates, and we're all just like high-fiving. And it was just like a really special moment where our team had been through a lot that year, and we had just really come together and raced really well individually and as a team, and it was just a really special moment that we were able to all experience together.
I think it's only cross-country athletes who can tell that story where that horrific conditions and it's one of your highlights.
Yeah.
Now, just finally, what's next for Jen? We just heard a video from Shane saying you'll be coming back in some sort of coaching capacity next year. Like, what's next for you after you graduate?
Yeah, so I'm going to be coming back and helping coach a little bit, which I'm super excited about and very thankful for the opportunity. I think I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from my own running career. Maybe we'll come back again one day, but yeah, going to be taking a little break from that and coaching, and then I'm going to be working as a personal trainer at a gym in Langley.
Well, all the best in your future endeavors, and congratulations on being a Complete Champion Award winner. You certainly deserve it, so thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks once again, Mark. Congratulations, Jen. And to all our Complete Champion Award winners, well done. Spartan Athletics has an amazing support network in the Spartan Foundation. They're a group of business people who raise funds to enhance what Spartan Athletics does, and their team includes a group of Spartan alumni who encourage and support us as current athletes and new alumni. Here to bring a message from the Spartan Foundation is board member and women's soccer alumna of 2014, Natalie Boyd.
Congratulations to all the graduating athletes. What a massive accomplishment. I know this has been a very tricky year, and as an alumni and Spartan faithful, we're very proud of you guys and we're very excited for your next chapter. On behalf of the Spartan Foundation, the sport committee, and all the alumni, we actually had an idea about 10 years ago to gift each alumni with a sweater. So what this sweater is if you go to any Trinity Western home game, you'll see the alumni wearing the sweater. This is our gift to you guys. If you wear the sweater at the game, you get free admission for yourself, and it is a great way for us to stay connected, be able to introduce ourselves to fellow alumni, and continue to be Spartans for life. On behalf of all the alumni, I would like to give you a warm welcome. I look forward to seeing you in the stands, volunteering with you, and seeing you in your sweaters. Congratulations.
Thank you, Natalie. This next segment of our program is dedicated to our graduating senior athletes. Last week, the department hosted a special in-person walkthrough event in honor of the seniors, but we also want to recognize them tonight with all of you watching from home. Some of these athletes have been here for as long as 5 years and have put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, literally, just to get here. We want to take a few minutes to honor them for all their hard work, for their leadership, and for being such an important part of our Spartan family. This year, we decided to do something a little different, and we've compiled some messages for our graduates from some very special people. Let's take a look.
Congratulations to our daughter, Rachel Jerome, on your successful track and field career and nursing degree at Trinity Western University.
We are so grateful to the Lord for His grace in your life and want to thank Trinity Western for its support in your athletics and academics. Love,
Mom and Dad.
Go Spartans!
Hey Brennan, congratulations. We're proud of you, buddy.
We love you.
Congratulations on your degree, Danielle.
Woo! Congratulations! Hey Hill, whether you're studying, playing volleyball, or interacting with your friends, you do everything with such pure joy and determination. I'm so proud of you. I pray that you will continue to lean into what God has for your life, and He will give you the desires of your heart. I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you.
Caleb, we are at the soccer field where you first discovered your love of the game of soccer. As we are celebrating your accomplishments as a player, we thought that it would be appropriate to return to where it all began. We admire the hard work and drive you always put into playing soccer, and we're thrilled with how you use this talent and love to further your life goals. Congratulations, Caleb.
Congratulations, Caleb.
Congrats, man.
Congratulations, Spencer.
Congrats, Spence. We're proud of you. Thanks to the Spartans and the Trinity Western team for giving you the opportunity to go out west. And we can't believe now you're going to become an accountant.
Congratulations, Joseph, on your 5-year Spartan athletic career. Me and Mom have always admired your hard work ethic and your desire to make your team better. Love you, Joe.
Love you.
Congratulations, Aaron. We're so proud of you.
Hey, we want you to know that we love you and we will miss basketball, but we're really excited about what this year holds for you.
Get a job.
Hi, Kaden. Congratulations on your graduation. We're so excited for you, and we have loved being your cheerleader on and off the court.
So proud of you, bud. Can't wait to see what's next. God's got great things in store for you.
Hi, Jennifer. We've enjoyed watching you take advantage of all the opportunities running for the Spartans has given you.
Congratulations on a race well run.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Scotty P.
We've really missed everyone this year, and of course, sad that your final season didn't go the way anyone planned. But the past 5 years have been an opportunity for you. We are so thankful for the friendships, opportunities, and relationships that you have had. We've watched you grow, mature, and overcome challenges.
Some of our absolutely most favorite times in life have been watching you play soccer, Scott. But what we're most proud of is the man that you have become. We feel very blessed to have been part of this ride with you, and we thank you for it. We love you, and we're very grateful for you. Love you.
Love you.
Congrats, Tosh. So proud of you. You started at 9 years old and went all through high school and into college, and you gave us many happy and proud moments.
Hi, Zach. Congratulations on reaching this milestone in your life. I'm so proud of all that you've accomplished.
Congratulations, Tasha, on your athletic achievements. It just goes to show your endurance and your dedication pays off.
Hi, Spartan family. We're so honored to be here tonight to celebrate each of you. For those of you who don't know us, we are Travis and Lori Johnson, and our boys are Taylor, Layton, and Caleb, and they have all been involved in the men's soccer program.
And we've also added some girls to our family, Leanne from the soccer program and Rachel from the volleyball, and No Pressure Hill.
So, over the years, many people have asked us how our kids have become so competitive and so involved in sports, and I would have to say it was his fault. Over the years, everything was always a race in our house, and someone was always crying, even when it came to putting on your pajamas. The only way Caleb could win was to put his pajamas on underneath his clothes. He hated losing.
That was my idea, so you're welcome, Caleb. The other thing that we noticed about Caleb at a young age, we're not surprised he went in the business program. We went to Costco when he was 8 years old, and he bought a tub of suckers. We thought he was going to eat them all, but he sold them to his older brothers, made a 50% profit. So well done, Caleb.
So I guess one of the things that we didn't realize when our kids left for Trinity is the impact that it would have on their lives as well as ours. We soon came to realize that the athletic program at Trinity was more than just an athletic program. It was a community of athletes that came together, and the people that impacted their lives, from coaches, Pat Rolla, Mike Sheeran, to the friendships that they've developed over the past years, to the wives they've come away with.
The other thing, we were asked about highlights, and I can think of beating York at Nationals or almost beating Montreal, with Vigeli having a bicycle kick and the other team getting 2 PKs against us, but we chose Paraguay. And the reason that we said that was all of our boys came back from a missions trip and they said, those people have nothing but they're happy. And basically the principle was, if you want to be happy in life, treat others better than yourself. And they found that in Paraguay. They noticed it. For a scripture, I chose Psalm 32, 8 and 9, and it says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way that you should go, which is a promise from God. And it says, I will guide you with mine eye. And then it says, don't be like the horse or the mule. And when I think of the horse, I think of somebody who gets ahead of God, and the mule is the one that God is having to pull along. And it says, don't be like either one of them, but just be in step with God. When I came into university, I was in pre-med, and I am not a doctor. My life is totally different than I thought it would be, but I just try and stay in step with God. And for a principle to live by, I would say do the hard things first. When you wake up in the morning and there's something that you're dreading, just tackle it. People who don't, they get stuck in life and they don't progress. Just tackle the hard things first. Whatever you don't want to do it first.
So although this year hasn't gone as any of us expected, you as athletes or us as parents, as we're often the ones watching you from home, on the court or on the field, wherever that is, I believe that I can speak on behalf of all parents, just saying how proud we are of you. COVID-19 does not have to diminish all that you have accomplished over these past 5 years. So I would encourage you just to keep your eyes and ears open to the Lord. We are so proud of you. Well done.
Wow, that was incredible. I got goosebumps. Thank you to all the parents who sent in those messages. And now that we've all heard about these amazing seniors, it's time to hear from a few of our grads as they reflect on their time here at Trinity.
Yeah, being a Spartan's wild. It's a fun time. Just at the end of the day, we knew we had each other's back, and I think that's kind of the difference between our program and every other program out there, is that we have a bunch of guys or girls that stick together off and on the field. It's just, it doesn't stop once we're done playing our sport. Like, we carry our friendships throughout our sport.
It's been like a roller coaster over the past 5 years, giving me the opportunity to lead a bunch of young girls and help me become stronger as a person and developed me into who I am today. So.
Everyone that's part of the Spartan program is invested in and focused on more than you as an athlete. They care about your personal development and your growth and your leadership development.
Being a Spartan, I was able to meet so many people and so many more athletes, being on the team, and also go to so many more events.
It fosters this culture that builds like amazing young men and women.
My favorite memories at Trinity is probably just like spending late nights with the dorms, you know, doing like dorm activities, dorm dates and stuff like that. Hearing that community was like this big thing, I was kind of like, oh no, I'm gonna have to talk to people and stuff. And you really start to have a lot of friendships that you never thought you'd make.
I've been able to create a lot of intentional friendships that I didn't really get in high school, and just meet super important people in my life that have kind of shaped who I am now.
I've always been a faith-orientated person, but prior to coming to Trinity, I felt like I lost touch with that. So being able to come to like a Christian-based orientated school, it really helped me not only grow closer to God, but I feel like it made me into the person I am meant to be today.
Like how invested the professors are and everyone that you interact with is in your life. The second that you come on campus, is like you feel human and you feel like you matter.
I had made so many great friendships, so many people that are going to be friends for the rest of my life, which is really what is valuable for me, taking away from this experience. Again, the coaches that I had built into me for the entire time that I was here, so those relationships are what's really going to last through the rest of my life.
We're not just doing this for ourselves, we're actually working for a greater purpose, is something that I don't think we could have got at any other university.
Really an easy place to make home and going to be tough to say goodbye to.
Congratulations, grads. We're all really going to miss you. Each year at our Athletic Awards Night, we hear from one of our graduating seniors. Because it's tradition, we'd like to do that again tonight. Here to bring the senior athlete reflection for the class of 2021 is Hillary Howe from our women's volleyball team.
My name is Hillary Howe and I'm from the women's volleyball team, and I'm so honored to stand up here today and represent the senior grad class. I know this year is not what we had planned, but I'm so proud of all of you for sticking with it and leading your teams through such a challenging year. On behalf of the senior grad class, I would like to say a few thank yous. I wish I had time to thank you all individually, but for now, I'd just like to say thank you to the athletic department, coaches, sports therapists, Mark, Cole. We are so lucky as athletes to have such a driven and passionate group behind us. You'll also notice these flowers here to my right, and those are to represent a thank you to all our senior grads' parents. Typically, we give out flowers at our last home game or event, and obviously this year we couldn't, so they were mailed to your homes, just as a token of appreciation. So on behalf of all of us seniors, I want to thank you for your unwavering support, encouragement, and love that you have and continue to pour into us. I love you, Mom and Dad. Lastly, I'd just like to share a little bit about my time here. So when I look back on my 5 years, I remembered this one quote that my coach Alicia shared with our team last year. It's from Kobe Bryant, and it goes like this. Those times when you get up early and work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, and you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. This is actually the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Coming into my first year, I wanted to make it to the court. I wanted to get better. I wanted to make a difference. But the destination I really wanted was a national championship. In my third year, we came close, falling short, thinking in my fourth and fifth, I'll reach that destination. And reality is, we never got the opportunity. Now when I look back on my 5-year journey, I know there was a lot of lows, some highs, some heartbreaking losses, and some legendary wins. And when I think about it all, I wouldn't take back one moment because it shaped me into who I am and who I am becoming. So my advice to younger players is to, of course, set your goals and your destinations, but realize that the journey is the actual dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Hillary. We are coming to the end of our program, but don't tune out yet. We have one final special guest with us this evening. Here to close out our evening with a word of prayer is our university chaplain and director of student ministries, Reverend James Ellis III.
Hello, I'm Reverend James Ellis III, and I'm here to pray. So we're going to pray. Would you pray with me? Conventional wisdom would say that if anyone is ripe to face and even overcome hard things, it's athletes. Although far from being soldiers in a wartime foxhole engaged in a get or be got, no holds barred contest to sustain life, still, attacking problems is what they do. They chase goals within the rules of their sport, fueled by competition and battling an opponent, yes, but together with first battling themselves, trying to maximize talent and effort. They are in it to win it, you could say, artfully mobilizing muscles that twitch both fast and slow. There is a grind to this thing, an unavoidably sacrificial, sustained effort making much of their life. They study and practice and study and lift and get treatment and get tutoring and take ice baths and go to therapy of all kinds and cook food or order food, either way eating a hefty amount of food, and they sleep, maybe, all to the aim of at some point playing the game, running the race, or competing another way, lose or win, only to then begin again. This pandemic, however, has forced upon them a script so revised that they don't recognize it anymore. Their days have been and remain burdensome. But why would this not be? They are, we are, but interim inhabitants, resident aliens of a strange land. No one can leap tall buildings with a single leg box jump or power clean themselves to Mars and back in the twinkling of an eye. There's not enough vibranium in the world to make us Black Panther. Man shall not live on bread alone. We know this, but like the disciples, we're terribly forgetful. These minds and bodies are mere loners from heaven. They are frail conduits of movement, at times too task-oriented for their own good. They are intimately familiar with shea butter and hair that is too straight or too curly that protests sweat. They have joints fortified by braces and scars galore, with occasionally concussed brains that struggle. But in the end, they are finely tuned vessels who, just like the non-athletes, will one day meet a final sleep. These are the facts of life. So God, would you give us the holy discipline to hope well, eyes to see and ears to hear and hands to behave, as though they indeed believe there is one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. Would you, God, let us be those peculiar people that Scripture speaks of, who believe with all we have that we are never defined by what we have, whether we are caught up in the majesty of who has us, and who has us is you. Father, would you make us diplomats of grace received and grace given, reconcilers, defenders of truth and haters of hate, living epistles of love. For those senior athletes launching into a complicated world, may they mosey along like turtles, intentional in their slow going, confident and not working overtime to be cool, aware of their surroundings, persistent, protected by a shell or maybe a shield of faith. Foster their understanding of the times, instruct them to do what pleases you, even if a byproduct of pleasing you is human inconvenience or criticism. As you are our joy in this life, would you be with us always to the very end of the age? You are our God. Speak, Lord. We are listening, and this is our prayer. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Ellis. That was beautiful. Well, that just about wraps up the first ever virtual Spartan Awards Show. We have a few photos to show you as we close things out, and we hope you enjoyed the evening, and thank you very much for tuning in. There are many people who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes this year, and you'll see their names scrolling on the screen at the end of the show. We appreciate all their hard work and dedication to Spartan athletics, especially through this very challenging year. Be sure to check your Spartans app for our website for more info on our upcoming second annual Complete Champion Challenge. It's going to be on Saturday, June 12th, and we hope you'll all get involved and tune in again to support your Spartans. We're looking forward to doing this awards show in person again next year. But until that time comes, thank you for your support, go Spartans, and remember to mask up.